Chris Rowbottom with that report. Overseas now, and an enormous religious gathering in Kuala Lumpur has led to a rapid surge of coronavirus cases in Malaysia, Brunei and Singapore. Malaysia now has the highest rate of the COVID-19 virus in Southeast Asia. All three countries are taking extreme measures to stop the virus spreading. Southeast Asia correspondent Anne Barker joins us now. And can you explain what this religious gathering was and how it's been linked to the spread of the virus in these countries?
Catherine, this was an event called Tabligh Akbar, which is apparently an annual event held in a lot of mosques in this region. Originally, we were told there were 10,000 Islamic missionaries that went to the NC3pm Mosque just on the outskirts of Kuala Lumpur 2.5 weeks ago, in fact. It was right at the end of February. And we didn't really hear much about this until last week. It turned out that one man who'd returned to Brunei, there were 16,000 people, in fact, that came from Malaysia and surrounding countries, and Brunei was the country that suddenly registered a surge in the number of coronavirus cases. And only in the days since then, the authorities in Malaysia have realised there were 16,000 people here at this event, not 10,000. 14,500 of them came from within Malaysia, and they're now desperately trying to trace some of those people. But of course, another 1,500 have come from Singapore, Cambodia, Brunei and even Indonesia, and we're not sure exactly what is being done in some of those countries.
Huge task when you look at the numbers that you're speaking of there, Anne. What measures are being taken to trace these people to stop this virus from spreading further?
Well, clearly the time delay between the event finishing on the 1st of March and word that people in Malaysia were suddenly getting sick meant that a lot of people had gone back into the community. Malaysian authorities appealed for anyone in Malaysia who had attended that event to come forward, but in fact less than half in the last few days have done so, which means there's 7,000 or more people still in the community in Malaysia. No one knows who they were, no one knows where they are now, and of course how many people they've infected if indeed they did get sick. We've just found out today, in fact, that 11 people in Cambodia have suddenly got the virus as a result of this one event. So it has spread far and wide, and it clearly has had a big impact on coronavirus numbers in not just Malaysia, but also Cambodia, Brunei and Singapore.
So what further actions are likely to be imposed as a result of this?
Well, Malaysia announced only yesterday as a result of this that they will be effectively shutting down from tomorrow. They now have 553 cases of the virus in Malaysia. 2/3 of those cases are linked to this one event at that mosque. They are shutting schools, they're shutting universities, businesses, except for essential shops and pharmacies and the like, will mostly be closed from tomorrow. No one will be allowed to enter the country or leave. Brunei announced a similar thing in the 24 hours before that. No one can leave Brunei indefinitely now, including foreign residents. Singapore has imposed a 2-week quarantine period on anyone who comes into the country. It's also banned people from some of the worst hit nations like France, Germany, Italy, Iran. And Indonesia apparently had 600 people who attended this event. We've heard nothing in Jakarta about whether authorities here are trying to trace any of those people, where they are, whether they've had contact with other people as well. So we may know more later today whether Indonesia will be taking steps to track down some of those people.
Anne Barker, thank you very much.